aka Total Makeup Junkie 101. I'll give you a moment to absorb what's going on around us right now. I have brand spanking new lighting and a new background type thing. How professional does this sheet on the wall look? And how professional does this lighting look? Because this lighting was probably the biggest investment I've ever made in my entire life as far as this YouTube channel is concerned. This lighting better make me look like a Greek goddess. Well, I guess I'm Indian. Let's just say an Indian goddess. Even more than that, I know I have gotten so many requests to change my lighting, change my background, do something different with my videos. So here it is. Please, please, please let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you hate it, I'm really, really sorry. The backdrop will be changing a little bit. I'm going to do some different things with it. Maybe I'll put some cute little flowers in the corner, kind of make it look all pretty for you guys. But for now, this is what we have. Moving away from that, I know you guys are like, okay, woman, we get it. You have a new setup, you have some new lighting. Let's get on to the favorites. I know so many of you guys were excited about my favorites of 2014. I have seen so many videos like this. So many YouTubers have been doing their roundup of their yearly favorites. I decided to do my favorites video a little bit differently than from what I've seen from other people. Instead of just doing a collective, just everything that I have been loving in this year, I decided to do more of a one product per category, or at least for most categories, type favorites. So almost like an awards video. If you guys watch Emily Noel 83, which if you don't, I don't know why, but she does the Emily Awards at the end of every year where she gives one product her award. Like, this was the best lipstick, this was the best primer, this was the best foundation. So I decided to do that for this video. I'm going to be going through every category and listing my one, maybe two favorites if I couldn't just pick one. This first video is going to be all of my makeup and nail polish type favorites, and then in the next video I'm going to upload on Thursday, that will be the rest of my beauty items, which includes body, skincare, hair care. This week is just going to be awards, favorites, 2014 roundup week. So let's get excited and let's jump into it. So the first part of our face we are going to talk about is our eyes. Now, as far as eye makeup is concerned, I always start off with an eyeshadow primer. I find that that is essential for me because I have oily skin and equally oily eyelids, and an eyeshadow primer just helps my eyeshadow last all day long. It also helps the eyeshadow perform at its best. If you have a slightly not as pigmented or not as high quality eyeshadow, a primer is going to be your best friend. So the primer that I've been loving forever, but particularly this year, is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. And not just any primer potion. This one, which is the anti-aging primer potion, has been my favorite for this year because I have found that this is the perfect blend between not drying out the skin around your eyes, but also giving it that nice, perfectly oil-free, perfectly smooth canvas to apply eyeshadow on top of. The next category for eyes is eyeshadow. Now, I know this is such a generic category. It is so broad, but I wanted to talk about an eyeshadow that I found in 2014 and I think deserves every single bit of hype that it has gotten, not only on my channel, but on so many other channels and on Instagram, and that is Colourpop. Colourpop Super Shock Shadows is what they are called. They are the most incredible eyeshadows. They are only $5 a piece. They're a perfect blend between a kind of creamy, moussey texture, but it dries down to a powder finish. A lot of them are really, really sparkly and shimmery and glittery, and they're really unique products, texture-wise, and a lot of the colors are really unique as well. Two shout-outs I wanted to make as far as shade ranges. I mean, I'm kind of talking about the entire Colourpop Super Shock Shadow range, but if I had to pick out two of my all-time favorites, Number one would be Sequin, which is just a gorgeous rose gold, dark coppery bronze type color, and Cricket, which is such a pretty taupey purple shimmery color. I just really, really love Colourpop's glittery shimmery finish. Next category is eyeliner, and as much as I do love my pencil and gel liners, this year I have just been reaching for liquid liners, and more particularly these pen style liquid liners. Now, it was kind of a toss-up between this one and the Stila pen liquid liner, but this one wins. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper. It is just the best black pen style liner. Now, I will admit it's not the darkest black that I've ever seen as far as liquid liners are concerned, but it is dark enough. I use it all the time. I have it on today. Anytime you've seen me in winged liner, at least over the past, I don't know, 8 months, it's probably been this. Now, the next category we're going to talk about is mascara, and to be honest, mascara is one that I feel like is hard for me to say it's a favorite, only because I've tried so many different mascaras. I always have new mascaras in rotation, and I feel like brands just release new mascaras. It feels like every other week there's a new mascara, whether it be in the drugstore or in the department store. But one that I always go to, and I know I can always go to, is the Covergirl Clump Crusher. Now, this one is still in its packaging because clearly I haven't opened it yet. And that's only because I just purchased it to mention in this video, but I do have a couple mascaras that are already open in my rotation right now, which is why I didn't want to start this tube. But over the past year, I've probably gone through at least 3, if not 4 tubes of this, because it really is just that good. It's got a rubber bristle brush, and it's kind of got little tiny rubbery spikes on it that really help to just comb through your lashes. It deposits a good amount of product, but it never gets clumpy. Just like the name says, it is a clump crusher. Moving on to our lips. I know I'm wearing kind of a crazy lip combo on my lips right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. The first product we are going to talk about as far as favorite lip products in 2014 is going to be lipstick. Now, I couldn't narrow it down to a color, but I did narrow it down to a formula. And if you guys have been watching my past couple monthly favorites videos or any kind of favorite lipstick video I've been doing in the past couple months, you guys already know what it is. The one that came out on top is the Nars Audacious lipstick formula. This is the most flawless lipstick formulation I've ever tried in my entire life. It's so amazing. Everything from the packaging of the product, it's so sleek, it's so nice, it's not rubbery like a lot of the other Nars packaging is, so it doesn't attract makeup and gunk to it. You can easily wipe it clean. It's got that magnetic top, which, come on, that is such a satisfying feeling. This color I'm holding up here is in Dominique, which is, I know, probably the hardest color to acquire as far as this lipstick line is concerned. It's a gorgeous kind of dusty lilac-y purple. Really, really pretty, and probably the most unique color in the range. But Nars has 40 different lipsticks in this Audacious lipstick line, and I promise you, if you pick up any of them, any of the 40, you will not be disappointed. I know that $32 is a lot to spend on a lipstick, so I did want to also give a big shout out to a drugstore lipstick line that I think is very, very high in quality. These lipsticks actually compete with some of my Tom Ford matte lipsticks that I don't even know if I've mentioned in a video, but I do have a couple of them. I think I have 2 of them. And the reason I haven't really talked about them is because I like them. Don't get me wrong, I like them a lot, but I think I like these as much, and I don't see why I would talk about a $50 lipstick formula when a $5 or $6 formula comes very, very close, if not beats it. And these are the Maybelline matte lipsticks. I did do a full review video on all of the shades in this lipstick line, and I will put that video in the description box down below if you guys want to see it. I did lip swatches and all of that good stuff. But These Maybelline matte lipsticks are just so, so good. And my favorite one from the line is the darkest one. It's called Divine Wine. And it is just such a good, dark, burgundy red color. It's perfect. It's amazing. It's amazing for this time of year. But these kinds of colors I wear year round because they're just so, so flattering. Next category we are going to talk about is lip gloss. Now, I will admit that I'm not a huge lip gloss person. You guys don't see me wearing lip gloss a lot in my videos. Normally, I will just do a lipstick or a lip liner and a lipstick. But I do like lip gloss more in the wintertime when my lips are a little dry. But this is a lip gloss, blah, blah, blah. I'm like tripping over my words. This is a lip gloss formula that I have re-fallen in love with this year. This isn't new to me. I've used these types of lip glosses for years now, but the Buxom lip glosses by Bare Essentials, these are so, so good. They are slightly tingly, plumping. They have kind of that like minty scent to them, which I personally like. It's kind of a love it or hate it thing. But the colors that they have in this line are so, so beautiful. I think they have 100 different colors to choose from, which is probably the most expansive lip gloss color range that I've ever seen in my life. And they're just so pretty. This one here is called Celeste, which is a gorgeous kind of peachy nude color with the most incredible glitter in it. It's like a silver, pink, blue, teal type reflect. So, so pretty, super gorgeous over pretty much any lipstick. Put this over any lipstick and just watch that lipstick go from like nice to holy moly, that is gorgeous. The next category in lips is liquid lipsticks. And I think liquid lipsticks is something that is going to be huge in 2015, I can guarantee you, but mid to late 2014 was a really, really good time for me as far as liquid lipsticks were concerned. My favorite liquid lipstick formula, and I think the one that just introduced me to the world of completely matte, kiss-proof, budge-proof, smudge-proof lip colors, and that is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks. These are amazing. I got these pretty early on in 2014 when she reformulated them and came out with them in the longer packaging. The shade I have here is Lolita, which I know is one of the harder to find shades. It's a gorgeous kind of dusty, rosy, mauve-y color. Really, really pretty, right on trend with that, you know, the Kylie Jenner lips. But another lipstick, liquid lipstick formula I wanted to give another shout out to because I have talked about it a lot and I do love it. Maybe not as much as the Kat Von D because the Kat Von D has a really nice color range. I love the colors that Kat Von D offers, but the Lime Crime Velvetines are also really, really good. They are about the same price as the Kat Von D, I believe. Maybe the Lime Crime is $1 or $2 cheaper, but they're pretty much in line with price-wise. But Kat Von D is easier to find because you can get these at Sephora. Lime Crime you have to get online and maybe specialty boutiques and such. The shade I have here is Wicked, which I've gotten so many compliments on every single time I wear it. I have worn it in a couple videos just the past couple months, and every time I wear it out, I always get complimented because it's such a flattering shade. The next category in lips is lip liner, and I will be completely honest with you guys, I didn't think that this would even be a category that I would include in this video until recently because I never really took advantage of lip liners until maybe the past 2 or 3 months or so. So for the majority of 2014, I wasn't wearing lip liners all that often. But I still wanted to include my favorite formula of lip liners because I have tried a lot of them. And my favorite formula is still, in my head, just the classic, and that is just the MAC lip liners. I think these are just a classic lip pencil. You do have to sharpen them, but they are just really, really good. They're not completely smudge proof, they're not completely budge proof, but they are very, very matte. They are still really long wearing, and they just give you that nice, beautiful, crisp outer edge to your lips, which I think is all you really need in a lip liner. So the two that I'm talking about in this video are Soar, which is probably my all-time favorite. It is a gorgeous kind of rosy mauve pink. In my head, it is just my perfect nude or a My Lips But Better type nude color. And Burgundy, which I actually use in conjunction with the Lime Crime Velvetine that I just showed you in Wicked. But I also use Burgundy with a lot of my red lipsticks because it is just that perfect dark burgundy color. It gives your red lipsticks just a little bit more dimension. And the last product I want to give a shout out to as far as lips are concerned is lip balm or lip treatment, because I'll be completely honest with you guys, wearing a lot of these matte lipsticks, especially the liquid lipsticks or just lip liners, it really takes it out of your lips. It really does, because there's no hydration in those products at all. But this lip balm just cures even the most dry of dry, cracked, bleeding, ridiculous lips. This is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm, and the flavor or the scent I have is lemon and chamomile. I really, really, really love this stuff. I use it every single day, every single night. Anytime my lips are feeling slightly parched, I'll pull this out. And I don't think I've actually given this a shout out very much this year, if at all. Because to me, this is almost just like one of those staple products that I just don't really talk about. It's almost like my toothbrush. Like, I've never showed you guys my toothbrush and said like, oh, look at this toothbrush and my toothpaste, I love it. But, this is almost like that. It's almost like I don't feel like I need to talk about it because I use it so often and so regularly that it doesn't feel like I need to necessarily give it a shout out, but I do because I love it and I do use it all the time. And if you guys have really, really dry lips, check out the Jack Black. It's amazing. Okay guys, now moving on to cheeks and the cheek area of your face. We are going to start off with blushes. Now blush is probably, it was the hardest category for me to pick, yet it was also the easiest. And I know that sounds really weird and really strange, but this is a blush line that I found in 2014, and ever since I found it, I have loved it. It's basically become that line of blushes that I just reach for if I don't necessarily want to fiddle with my blush all that often and I don't really know what color I want, but I feel like all of these blushes just work. And these are the Coastal Scents Forever blushes. These are really, really inexpensive. I believe they're about $6 on the Coastal Scents website, and you get a ton of product and they are really, really good. The shade I have here is called Beautiful, and I think they have about 12 or 14 different shades to pick from, but I think I have almost all of them in my collection because they're so inexpensive and they're so, so good. Now the next product we are going to talk about as far as cheeks are concerned is highlight, and I have used so many different highlights this year. I've used so many different ones, and one that stood out to me as being the one that I will reach for, other than my Dior Amber Diamond, which I love, but I think that product is discontinued. So I've kind of laid low of that a little bit, only because I still love it. I still have a ton of products, but I don't want to use it up because I love it that much. So I have found the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Brick in the shade Bronze. Now, it's not a dupe for the Dior Amber Diamond, but it is beautiful in its own right. It is so, so pretty. It's got that gorgeous, like, not gradient, but it's got 5 different strips. It's kind of almost like the Physicians Formula shimmer strips, if you guys have seen those. But I just think there's something about the shimmer bricks that works. The last product as far as cheeks are concerned is a contour, and this is another category that I didn't think I was going to include, until I realized how much I've actually loved contouring recently. Only in the past couple months have I really been contouring all the time. I've honestly been contouring pretty much every time I put on makeup now. And the product that I always get compliments on every single time I wear it, every time I contour with it, somebody compliments me. And it is the Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Bronzer Duo in the shade Spicy Heat. And this is what the duo looks like. It is just really, really amazing. You get a highlight and a bronzer. Now, the bronzer portion of it is matte or like a satiny finish. And the highlight is, it's not super, super shimmery, but I mean, it works as a highlight, but to be honest, I don't love the highlight. The part of this product that I love is the bronzer. I've used the bronzer so many times as my contour. It is what I have on today as a contour, and it just works. It's just amazing. It's that perfect like tan tone to not look too orange, but it doesn't look gray either. I would continue to purchase this just for this half. I love it. Moving on into face makeup, we are going to start with the base of it all. The bottom of the house, the bare bones, what you need, and that is a primer. I always use a face primer every single time I apply foundation because, as I told you guys earlier, I have oily skin, and I just feel like a primer just it's almost like a necessity. This primer is just amazing. It is the Benefit Porefessional. I've talked your ear off about this product. I genuinely, truly love it. You can see I'm almost done with this tube, and this is probably my third tube of it. I mainly use it in my pore areas. So right here around my nose, right here on my forehead, and my chin, and just such a good product. Now, the liquid foundation that I have found works perfectly in conjunction with that primer is the MAC Pro Longwear foundation. This is my holy grail. If I were to only have one liquid foundation for the rest of my life, this would be it. I would give away all of my other foundations in a heartbeat for this one. This is the best. It is a medium to full coverage, very, very buildable foundation. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It doesn't look heavy on the skin. It just works so well with so many different primers. No primer. You can set it with powder, but you don't have to. It's just amazing. This is the foundation I wear anytime I know I have a long day and I need my makeup to last 12, 16 hours even. As far as setting powder is concerned, I do always set my foundation. With the MAC Pro Longwear foundation, you don't have to set it, but I always do. And the product I use is the Makeup Forever Super Matte Loose Powder. And the shade I have here is just the translucent shade, so it is just a translucent loose powder. But I love this. I will continue to repurchase this over and over and over again because it is so finely milled. It's not one of those HD powders, so it doesn't flash back in photography as much as some of those can. I actually did use this powder on my friend when I did her wedding makeup, and all of her pictures turned out flawlessly. Okay, so moving away from actual makeup, we are going to move into favorite tools. I have a couple of things I wanted to give a shout out to as far as tools to help apply your makeup flawlessly. And the first thing I want to mention is the Beauty Blender. I apologize that mine is dirty because I did just use it to put on this space of makeup, but Beauty Blender, love it, have loved it for years and years and years. It is just the best product for liquid foundation. You need this to apply your liquid foundation. And I've tried so many Beauty Blender dupes, and the best one I found is the Real Techniques sponge, but to be completely honest with you guys, I do love the Real Techniques sponge, but I don't think it's as good as this. I think it's the best you can get for that price, but if you guys just want the best sponge, just get the original Beauty Blender. I love it. And recently Beauty Blender did come out with the little mini Beauty Blender, which I actually really like. This product has been getting so much hate on YouTube for some reason, but to be completely honest, I really like it. Now, I can see if you have really big fingers, it may be a little bit clumsy to use this tiny itty bitty sponge, but I love this for bumping in my concealer under my eyes. I find that the Beauty Blender is a little too big. Even with the point, it's a little too big to fit right up against your lower lash line for concealer, but this mini Beauty Blender makes it so easy to get all up into all of your little creases under the eye. You can get it perfectly around your nose. It's just, I actually really like this for concealer. Moving into nail favorites now. I am a nail polish addict. I think I buy just as much, if not more, nail polish than I do makeup. It's kind of a sickness, but I just love nail polish. I always have my nails painted because it just makes me happy when I can look down at my nails and it's some pretty color. But as far as my favorites of 2014 are concerned, let's start off with base and top coat. My favorite base coat for a while now, and it was no different in 2014, has been the original Nail Envy by OPI. This is just the best base coat. It is so strengthening to your nails. My nails used to be so weak before I started using this, but now that I use this every single time I do my manicure, my nails are really strong. As far as top coat is concerned, I have always loved my Seche Vite top coat. I have found that that is the most fast drying, super shiny top coat ever, but in the past maybe 3 months or so, I found one that I think I like a little bit better. And it is the Glisten and Glow HK Girl Fast Drying and Super Shiny Clear Top Coat. This, I think, tops my Seche Vite. I never thought I'd actually ever say that. This is just really good. It dries so fast. It's super shiny, and I think the thing I like the most about this is it doesn't have that scary warning label that Seche Vite comes with, because Seche Vite says on the bottle that it's known to contain harmful chemicals that are known to cause cancer, which, I mean, I paint my nails every couple days, so to kind of have the knowledge that I'm inhaling fumes that could give me cancer over the period of time isn't really what I want. This Glisten and Glow one dries just as fast, just as shiny, just as beautifully. It wears for so long on me, and I think this is my new holy grail. I don't think I'll be buying Seche Vite anymore because I love this one more. As far as nail polish formula goes, I couldn't give a shout out to a favorite color. I feel like that's almost just too hard for me. I can't say this is my favorite one bottle of nail polish in the entire year because that's kind of crazy. I just can't do that. But one formula that I have fallen head over heels in love with, this is the formula that lasts the longest on my nails. It's the one that gives me just the longest wear time. I can wear this polish for a good week without any chipping whatsoever, and it is the Colors by Llarowe nail polish formula. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Colors by Llarowe, it is an indie polish line, but you can get her polishes pretty readily available on her website, which is Llarowe.com, and I'll put a link to the website in the description box down below. But I have purchased so much from that website. It's such a great website. She has not only her line, which is called Colors by Llarowe, but she also has so many different indie nail polish brands on there. She's basically just like a reseller of just a ton of different indie nail polishes. So if you're in the market for trying some new unique colors, unique polishes, check out Llarowe. She has so many different brands available, but the Colors by Llarowe in particular is my favorite line. And this color here is called Madame Vostra. It's from her new Flaky line, and it actually matches my lips a little. That is Nice. So that wraps up all of my makeup and nail care favorites for 2014. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for Thursday's video, which will be a complete wrap up of my body care, hair care, skincare items, and that will pretty much conclude all of the products I've been loving for 2014. I hope you guys enjoyed my new lighting and my new setup. So please let me know what you guys think of it in the comments down below. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye! Will released 5 shades and I kind of wish they had released more because the show 8 of the new matte lipsticks come in the traditional color statement lipstick tube.